Moxie Bogues is the shortest player in the National Basketball Association history, listed at 5 feet 3 inches tall. He was drafted 12th overall by the Washington Bullets in 1987.
Oh wow, that's interesting.
I'm glad you asked.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Who is the fastest man in the world?
That's very simple. It's Usain Bolt. He is the fastest runner on the planet, setting the world record for the shortest 100 meters sprint time of 9.58 seconds.
Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
You're listening to Sports in a Jiffy on impact Radio 102.1 FM Lagos.
Thursday morning edition of the show Sports in a Jiffy on your most exciting breakfast show, the Morning Impact Show, here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM, the penultimate edition of the show for this week and also for the month of January year 2025. Thursday today, the 23rd day. I say good morning to you, sports fans, wherever and ever you tuned into the show this morning. Don't forget that this is your early morning sport tonic where we get to tiptoe through all of the major stories making the rounds in the ever exciting, ever dynamic, and sometimes controversial world of sport. 72 fast, a lot of facts, and making it compact for a listening pleasure. I tell you, whether you're a sports person, someone loves the thrill of the game, or maybe an athlete yourself, this is the right place for you to be because the early bet has gone around the world to catch the scores, and I am more than willing to serve them to you just the way you like it. A short reminder, I can keep track of these updates and more by following that across all streaming platforms. We are live on our Facebook fan page at iImpact Radio 102.1 FM. You can as well join us live on YouTube at iImpact 102.1 FM. Subscribe to that channel, turn on post notifications so you can be the first to know whenever we are live right there. To the switch of the back of the net this morning, we'll get the show on the road. Ayode Jajiboye is my name. An absolute honor to be your host on the show. This one start with us coming through from the Nigerian Women Football League. Summary of the week, 2 matches that went down yesterday. The 2024-2025 Nigerian Women Football League and WFL Premiership continued to deliver exciting moments with match day 2 games yesterday, 22nd of January. According to defending champions, Edo Queens secured a hard-fought 2-1 away victory over Atlant Queens in the Owerri, with Goodness Osigwe being the hero for Edo Queens, netting a brace in the 40th and the 70th minute of the game. Dana Slates also secured a commanding 2-0 victory over Confluence Queens right here in Lagos. Talk about early goals from Zainab Raji and Omotoke Ogunfuwa in the first half, sealed out 3 points for the home side, and the first NWFL win for the debutants. Right then, Umaya Abia Angels cruised to a 3-0 victory against Nasarawa Amazons. Meteo Ford, Dorothy Esiet, and also Chiamaka Ojiafor getting on the score sheet. The Angels being clinical and capitalized on Nasarawa's defensive fatalities. Nigeria Tales and Rivers Angels played at a trailing 1-1 draw in a rematch that was broadcasted live on television. Rivers Angels took the lead through Chisom Wachuku just after the break, but Oladeji Oluwabunmi equalized in the 50th minute, ensured the points were shared right there in Abuja. FC Robo Queens also edged past Adamawa Queens 2-1 right here in Lagos. Delta Queens showcased their dominance with 2-0 victory over Benue Queens. Remo Stars ladies defeated Ikiti Queens 1-0 in Ikene. Ibom Angels and Bayelsa Queens also shared the spoils in a goalless encounter in Uyo, despite a spirited performance from both sides. The NPFL continues to throw the fans, and we're looking forward to match day 3 of the NPFL season. Right about now, 2 teams are currently playing unbeaten in the league. Talk about FC Robo Queens and also Remo Stars ladies. 2 sides are currently unbeaten in the NWFL. And yesterday morning as well, the Nigerian women on the 19 cricket team are qualified for the Super 6 of the ongoing International Cricket Council ICC Women's Under 19 T20 World Cup in Kuching, Malaysia, despite losing to their South African counterparts in the final game of Group C. Nigeria's junior female Yellow Greens are ensured to make sure that they put up a fight against the South Africans, but they were surrendered to the South Africans, who won the final group game by 41 runs to lead the group. The Nigerian junior female Yellow Greens won the toss and elected to bowl first. The match had Edobon Lucky Paiti, captain of Team Nigeria, picking the first wicket for the Nigerian girls before the downpour. They lost to South Africa, placing the Nigerian junior female Yellow Greens in second position in the group, qualified for the Super 6. They will now be facing England on Saturday, January 25, and Ireland on January 29, 2025. The case stories from the home front before we go straight to Europe. This morning it's been said that the Fed FCT Golf Association has now unveiled ambitious plans to promote golf at the grassroots level while pursuing Olympic dreams for Nigeria. Speaking with journalists, the association's chairman Akabong Enebongo expressed pride in the achievement of Nigerian golfers and reiterated the group's commitment to further growth. Akabong emphasized the importance of grassroots development, revealing partnerships with the FCT Education Board to establish golf academies and ranges in 5 schools, including those in Tudunwada, Gwarimpa, and also Garshi part of Abuja. The association also announced a partnership with former Super Eagles striker Osaze Odenwingie, who transitioned to professional golf in 2019 after he graduated from the Professional Golf Association School in 2024. Odenwingie is focused on bringing Nigeria to the global stage. Don't forget that yesterday we also brought it to you that the chairman of the National Sports Commission, Malam Shehu Diko, has also said that any federation or any sporting association in the country that does not have plans for grassroots football will not be covered in the Commission's budget for the year 2025. No grassroots development, no budget, no monetary allocation for any federation. Well, we look forward to see how it's going to pan out, and also how it's going to help to push sport in the country. And also to the interim president of the Nigerian Boxing Federation, Azania Omo Agege, who has called for a public hearing at the National Assembly over the federation's controversial affiliation with World Boxing without proper consultation with stakeholders. Speaking with correspondent, Agege demanded that the former NBF president Kenemi Nima appear before lawmakers to explain the federation's decision to join a new international body without board members' approval or sports ministry's consent. This development is the latest twist in the leadership crisis rocking the Nigerian Boxing Federation following Minima's 90-day suspension by the International Boxing Association in November 2023 for allegedly breaching its constitution. And the crisis deepened when Omo Agege was vice president at the time, discovered Nigeria's affiliation with World Boxing without a board meeting. He also reviewed his interaction with the National Olympic Committee President Abu Gumel regarding the controversial move to the World Boxing. And still another sport this morning, Anthony Joshua currently has no confirmed opponent, and his promoter Eddie Hearn has outlined the conditions under which a fight between Joshua and Deontay Wilder could happen. Speaking with a journalist, the British promoter explained that the first step is to wait for the outcome of the Daniel Dubois versus Joseph Parker fight, which is scheduled for next month, February 22nd. However, he emphasized that this fight is not their current priority. He added that Turkey Al-Sheikh is also open to the idea of a Joshua Wilder fight. Al-Sheikh reportedly told Hearn that if Fury retires or for some reason they don't get the Dubois Parker winner, he's willing to consider the matchup. Anthony Joshua, don't forget, lost his last fight to Daniel Dubois and is now searching for a potential opponent. And Turkey Al-Sheikh has shared details about who the British boxer might be facing next. All hands in glove, and we hope that this definitely pans out well for Anthony Joshua. By the way, straight to the world of football this morning, and I tell you a couple of matches will be playing later today. I'll talk about rescheduled matches in the NPFL. Yes, I tell you, Ahmed Musa and also Brownie Deye will be facing off, reigniting their rivalry right there in the NPFL from teammates in the Super Eagles of Nigeria to facing off in the local league. Nigerian football legend Ahmed Musa will be lining up against fellow 2013 African Cup of Nations winner Brownie Deye at the Sonny Abacha Stadium later today, marking a fascinating moment on one of Nigeria's oldest football rivalries. Two accomplished internationals will be reigniting their fierce battle between Kano Pillars and Eyimba. The clash between these Nigerian football powerhouses, we share 13 league titles between them, has produced some of the most memorable matches in the Nigerian Premier Football League history, and now the rivalry will be taking on added significance with the presence of these two veterans who have returned to elevate the domestic league. Don't forget, Ahmed Musa is 32 and he's been in scintillating form since rejoining his boyhood club Kano Pillars, netting 6 goals in 12 appearances this season, and his most recent strike came in their 2-1 victory over Niger Tornadoes on December 21, 2024. Looking eager to open his 2025 account for this side. Meanwhile, Brownie Deye, who is 36, has also hit the ground running with Eyimba, completing his move in December, scoring twice in 5 appearances. Don't forget that his latest goal helped secure a 2-1 win over National United on January 8, demonstrating he hasn't lost his scoring touch despite his 17-year absence from the Nigerian Top Flight League. We look forward to see this match later today at 4 p.m. Nigerian time at the Sonny Abacha Stadium. Taking it away from the home front right now, going straight to Europe. We start with thoughts coming through from other sports by the way, because of course I know we got a lot to talk about. The UEFA Champions League matches that went down yesterday night. Of course, night of glory for some teams, and for some teams another night to quickly forget about, especially for Manchester City fans. Let's take stories coming through from the world of basketball this morning, because I tell you, from the greens of golf to the octagon of the UFC to the square roof of boxing, and also the court of basketball to the track of Formula 1. I got all of the stories to share with you on the show this morning. And in bits and in pieces, tiptoeing through all of these major stories. Quickly, let's talk about the slam and the dunks right now, where Jimmy Butler has been suspended by Miami Heat for the second time in 3 weeks after he missed a team flight to Milwaukee. The 35-year-old forward was suspended for 7 NBA matches by the Heat earlier this month for multiple instances of misconduct detrimental to the team. Butler will return from that suspension last Friday, but missed a team flight on Wednesday, incurring a further 2-match ban. The Heat, who said they will listen to trade offers following Butler's first suspension, said they will miss games against Milwaukee Bucks earlier today and also Brooklyn Nets on Saturday. Butler, a 6-time NBA All-Star, joined the Heat from Philadelphia 76ers in 2019, making 25 appearances this season, averaging 17 points, 4.8 assists, and 5.2 rebounds per game. The NBA trade deadline is going to be on 6th of February. In other games that went down earlier today, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander hit a career-high 54 points as the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Utah Jazz 123 to 114 points at home to consolidate their position at the top of the Western Conference. However, the Boston Celtics also pulled off a 117 to 113 overtime points win at the Los Angeles Clippers. Jaylen Brown scored 25 points and Jason Tatum had 24 for the Celtics. The Sacramento Kings overcame an 18-point deficit to beat the Golden State Warriors 123 to 117 points at home, thanks to 32 points from DeMar DeRozan and also 26 from Domantas Sabonis. The Cleveland Cavaliers lost 109 to 108 points at the Houston Rockets, while the Minnesota Timberwolves won 115 to 114 at the Dallas Mavericks. world of Formula One this morning, Lewis Hamilton said in his first test in a Ferrari Formula One car was inspiring and one of the best feelings of his life. The 40-year-old seven-time champion completed 30 laps of Ferrari's Fiorano test track in cold, damp conditions yesterday in a 2023 Ferrari Formula One car. And according to Hamilton, he said, when I started the car up and drove through the garage door, I had the biggest smile on my face. Said it reminded him of the very first time I tested the Formula One car, and it was such an exciting and special moment. And here he is, almost 20 years later, feeling those emotions all over again. Finishing his driving just after 10 a.m. UK time yesterday, Hamilton handed over the car to teammate Charles Leclerc, who completed 14 laps in the afternoon. Ferrari team principal Frederic Vasseur also mentioned that this is the case every year. The first time you go out on track, it's a bit like the first day back at school and quite an emotional feeling. Hamilton's run in the SF23, the most recent car is allowed to drive under Formula One's testing restrictions, is part of the acclimatization work with his new team. However, he is expected to test at Spain Circuit de Barcelona Catalonia in the coming weeks before experiencing the team's 2025 model at its launch on 19th of February. Anyway, from Formula One talks right now straight into the world of tennis, because I tell you the female semi-final matchup is up already, and Sabalenka, who is a two-time defending champion, is up against Paulo Badosa for a place in the final. The first set is currently on right now, and it's at 2-2. Looking forward to Badosa saving a break point in that one. And Anna Sabalenka, according to reports, isn't taking her first opportunity, but she's setting up another win by getting into that particular forehand from the baseline. Paulo Badosa has been said to be responding with a timely ace to temporarily relieve the pressure. 2-2, they are on right now, striking the ball superbly now from the two ladies. Third break point, by the way, 3 games in a row for Aryna Sabalenka. We wait to see how the final is going to look like later this morning as well. We will be seeing the game between Madison Keys and also Iga Swiatek to get to know who and who will be in the place for the women's final. It's day 12 of the Australian Open, by the way, and don't forget that it's 15 days tourney. The men's semi-finals will be played tomorrow, Friday, right there in Australia. Straight in the world of football this morning, citizens, I've got tantalizing stories to get your morning sizzling already. A couple of matches went down in the UEFA Champions League last night, and I tell you, one for some team that they will be looking to forget in a hurry, for some teams, maybe like Declan Rice opening his Champions League goal account. Definitely want to savour for him, blaming himself for not getting 2 goals in that one. But yes, let's start with Manchester City, where Pep Guardiola said he have one last chance to salvage their Champions League campaign after the 4-2 defeat at Paris Saint-Germain. Is now leaving the 2023 European champions facing a humiliating early exits from the competition. Someone is saying at least Manchester City is leading the pack of those that will be eliminated. Because don't forget, they sit 24th on the UEFA Champions League table right now. And I mentioned something up my status. I said for the first time in a lifetime, ever since I've been following the Champions League, this seems to be the best. Because I mean, before now, at this stage of the competition, you already see teams calculating on also doing some permutations or who they think their team will be facing next. But this time around, everyone is blank. You don't even know who is coming next to you. And for some teams as well, I talk about the likes of Liverpool. Possibly they might be meeting maybe the likes of Bayern Munich in the next round, but guess what? They are never meeting Barca until maybe the two sides get to the final. For City yesterday, despite taking a 2-0 early lead in the second half with goals from Jack Grealish and Erling Braut Haaland, they surrendered the advantage and ended up losing convincingly at the Parc des Princes. The loss means that City must now beat Club Brugge at the Etihad next Wednesday to reach the playoff round, and anything other than a victory will see Manchester City get eliminated from the UEFA Champions League this season. And away from that as well, let's talk about Arsenal, where the mathematics were still causing a few years to be scratched as Arsenal's 3-0 victory over Dynamo Zagreb yesterday. But then Declan Rice gave the new Champions League format a thumbs up. Rice scored the opener as Arsenal made it a virtual mathematical certainty that they will finish in the top 8 of the 36-team group stage, which this season replaced the established format of 8 groups of 4. Kai Havertz also took his season tally to 14 with Arsenal's second goal, and Martin Odegaard poached his first goal since November in stoppage time to wrap up a comfortable win for the Gunners at the Emirates. And as well, an own goal 5 minutes from time gave Celtics a 1-0 victory over Young Boys in Champions League yesterday night, taking the Scottish side past the competition's group stage for the first time in 12 years. Feyenoord striker Santiago Jimenez scored twice in the first half to steer the host to a stunning 3-0 victory over Bayern Munich in the Champions League yesterday and boost their chances of a top 8 finish. The Mexico international gave the team lead in the 21st minute with a deft shot before adding the second goal with a penalty 9 minutes of first half stoppage time. Substitutes Ayase Ida also killed off the game in the 89 minutes after Feyenoord keeper Justin Birjo denied the Bavarians with a string of strong and superb saves yesterday. With one match day remaining, Feyenoord climbed above Bayern Munich with 32 efforts towards goal and also hit the woodwork to 11th place on 13 points. The Bavarians dropped to 15th place on 12 points with their third defeat in 7 matches. Don't forget that the top 8 teams are for the round of 16, and while the next 16 teams will go on a playoff. Quickly giving you the rundown of what the Champions League table looks like already. Liverpool currently at top of the table, maintaining an 100% record. Barca second on the log with 18 points. Arsenal third on the log with 16. Inter Milan are fourth on the log with 16 points. Atletico Madrid are fifth on the log with 15 points. AC Milan also sixth on the log. Atlanta seventh on the log, and Bayer Leverkusen eighth on the log with 13 points. Top of the playoffs is Aston Villa, Monaco, Feyenoord, Lille, Brest, Borussia Dortmund, Bayern Munich are closely following each other with 12 points apiece. Real Madrid are also 16th, and definitely they will be looking to make sure they get a win in their next game to also get a direct qualification into the last 16. Manchester City 25th on the log, definitely topping the list of the teams that are in the elimination battle right there in the UEFA Champions League. And away from that, right now, a couple of matches will be going down later this evening in the UEFA Europa League, where AZ Alkmaar will be hosting AS Roma, Bordeaux and Glimt will be hosting Maccabi Tel Aviv, Olympique Lyon will travel to Fenerbahce, Tottenham Hotspur travel to Hoffenheim, FC Twente travel to Malmo, Olympiacos Spirou will travel to Porto, Basel will travel to Karabakh, Victoria Plzen will be hosting Anderlecht, Eintracht Frankfurt will be hosting Ferencváros, Elfsborg will be hosting OGC Nice, Lazio Roma will be hosting Real Sociedad, Ludogorets will be hosting Midtjylland, Manchester United will be at the Old Trafford when Rangers will visit them. PAOK will be hosting Slavia Prague. Riga will be hosting Ajax. Sporting Braga will travel to Union Saint-Gilloise right there in the UEFA Europa League. And Nigerian Premier League, I mentioned to you that Kano Pillars will be up against Enyimba at 4 p.m. Nigerian time. Sporting a Jiffy right here on Ipa Radio 102.1 FM, and here is where I call it a wrap on the package this morning. Many thanks to you for being a part of the show. I'll be back here tomorrow for the last edition of the Sporting a Jiffy for this week, as well as 7 News Sports Up Show tomorrow evening between 5 p.m. down to 6 p.m. Where we do 1 hour banter, 1 hour of reach, 1 hour of views, reviews, and the interviews. I did Judge Boy sign out this morning. I tell you to stay sporty, stay active, drinking enough water to stay hydrated. Go out there and be the best version of yourself. I'll see you when I see you once again. The Morning Impact Show continues right here on Impact Radio 102.1 FM. Be kind, because kindness is cool.
Hey, High Impact.
Hi, how may I help you?
Which club is the first to win Champions League?
That's very easy. Real Madrid. The first Champions League was won by Real Madrid during the 1955 and 1956 season.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I know, and I love you too. This is why I've made it so that you can now have me everywhere you go. www.highimpactstudios.com. Press play. Links in our social media bio. Click at High Impacts 1021 FM. Or you can just go the regular